1. We hit number 1, and that means we're live. And now we're live on Instagram.
Wow.
It's
It's always
amazing.
like a fingers crossed thing for you. And
You know, I was talking with son Stephen today, who's watching us today, by the way. That's a rare occasion, okay? Stephen's usually too busy to watch us, but he sees us in person, so that's okay. Anyway, where was I?
I have no idea.
We were talking.
Do any of you?
We were talking about fax machines. I had sent him a picture while we were talking. He had sent me 2 pictures
I
while
see.
we were talking,
I see.
and we
Fax
talked about
or your
the
phones?
on the phone.
Oh.
The technology behind what it was just in the 80s when fax machines were invented, or before I discovered one. What used to take 5 days when we were playing theaters to figure out where the band should sit, going back and forth with the tech guy, takes around 10 minutes now.
Well, you know, do you know about AI?
NEI?
AI, artificial
Yeah,
intelligence.
yeah.
You don't need to know anything anymore. You just think it with artificial intelligence, and woof, there it comes.
Really?
Yeah, and they're saying students don't need to write reports because the information just pops up on their computer. I remember when I interviewed Ray Kurzweil for, I can't remember, I've written so many books, I can't remember who's in what book. And he's the first person I ever heard talk about artificial intelligence. I find it a little scary.
No. He talked about artificial insemination.
No, he didn't. No, he didn't. And then he went on to run Google. And
Oh, the Google people would be really pissed off if they heard that.
what?
He's their chief engineer.
Oh,
That's a big job.
is it?
Huge, because Google is mostly engineers.
Oh, he's so
And by the
smart.
way, they
Bill
have-
Gates once said that Ray Kurzweil was the smartest man on the planet.
Yeah.
Then I sat next to Bill Gates one night and I said, "Is it true you said that Ray Kurzweil is the smartest man on the planet?" He said, "No, I didn't say that." I went, "Oh, okay."
Okay, here we are, and
Yeah.
you look beautiful.
Well, you chose my outfit.
Oh, I forgot.
And
That's right.
these are those earrings you gave me so many years
Oh
ago.
yeah. Let me see if I can zoom in here.
What did you give them to me for? Was it an anniversary, a birthday? You loved me? What was it?
Oh, it
I
was
just love them so much.
It was Hello Wednesday.
You know what? I just love the
Simplicity
that's the word I was looking for.
and the small size of the stones.
I do, I love
Yeah.
it. So anyway, I
They're not
decided
big.
to wear diamonds today.
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yeah, Diamond Sue. Oh
Yeah.
no, you hate Sue. I won't call you
I'm
Sue.
not Sue.
You're not Sue. You're not Susie.
No,
You're Suzanne.
yeah.
Sus-
No one ever, like in school or anything, no one ever called me Susie.
No, your sister calls you. Doesn't she call you
No, no.
Susie? Someone did. Your brother.
My sister-in-law calls me Suze.
Suze, and your brother calls you Sue
Yeah.
or Suze.
Yeah. No, Sue.
Yeah.
But Maureen, she doesn't call me anything. Maureen is my sister.
I've actually run out of people in my family who called me Sonny.
You have.
Yeah, they're gone.
They're gone.
Yeah.
Right.
So you can
We take our relatives and our family for granted. And then one day, they're mostly gone or all gone. And it's, so enjoy everybody you love right now while they are here.
And you know what? Every time something like that happens, we move up another notch on the
I know,
ladder.
closer to the
Okay.
ceiling up there.
Yeah, exactly.
I
And
know.
in 3.5 years,
I
I'm
know.
going to be 90. Okay.
that
It blows me away to even think
blows
that.
me away.
I'm kind of anxious to get there. I want to see
You've
what
been
it feels
saying
like.
it for like a few weeks now because it dawned on you that you were going to be 90.
90.
And
90.
it dawned on me, and then when I look at you across a crowded room,
But you know what?
I think, wow.
Thank you. You know what I believe?
What? What do you believe?
If you keep doing what you like doing,
You bet. You
you
bet.
can keep doing what
You
you
bet.
like doing. It's when you stop what you like
Yeah.
doing, and suddenly that place in your brain, the muscle or compartment, whatever it is, turns to cowpocky, okay? And it sets everything on fire. You don't like it.
Well, I also think that if you program yourself to be positive and welcome problems and mistakes.
By the way, Kalpucky is a Canadian thing. I just thought
Yeah,
I'd throw
isn't
you
that
that.
great?
Yeah,
I'm sure all the
Kalpucky.
Canadians watching are going,
You're free
isn't that
to-
great? We're known for that.
You're free to use it.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
I've given-
But I want to know something from all of you. Do you have any problems?
Have I ever had a problem?
You have problems because we're selling problem solvers today.
Oh.
Yeah. And we've all got,
Condoms?
that's not a problem.
It's a solver.
If
It's a
you catch it
prevention.
in
It's a
time.
it's insurance.
I see.
It's like an insurance policy. Okay.
Well, let's have a clink of tequila
Okay, you're on.
to my girlfriends. Okay. Come here, Al.
Okay, I'll come around
Look
the
at
back
him.
here. I like
Yeah.
coming around the back. Okay.
You're so
Here
beautiful.
we are.
Okay.
Clink. And Stephen,
Yep.
Casa Dragones.
And say that to Greg.
I have actually. Yeah. And he told me the company is doing extremely well.
Probably because of us.
Probably because of us.
Yeah, and you.
We don't own the company. If Greg were,
Nice.
yeah, he'd offer us a piece of that company.
Yeah,
Because
I know.
every time I say Casa Dragones, I know if I'm drinking it, there are at least 10 other people out there who.
And Casa Dragones sends us free Casa Dragones,
I
I
wish I
think.
hadn't said that.
Why?
Now it sounds like it's a deal.
It's not a deal.
Actually, they sent us,
there's-
they used to send us, and I said, you do not have to send us this,
Oh,
okay?
okay.
I said, because we're doing it for our friend Greg,
Oh, yeah, we were.
okay? But they did send us like a Christmas present of 3 little bottles of the 3 versions they sell right now, which is very nice.
So
Anything
anyway,
else?
with these problem solvers, you get a free Ageless serum. How much is Ageless serum normally?
$50.
It's $44.99.
That's what I said, $44.99.
So you get it free
Yeah,
if you buy what?
anything.
If you buy anything that costs $44.99
There you go.
or more, you'll have an option in the checkout where it will say, "Would you like this free gift of Ageless serum?" And you'll say yes,
You
because
sure will.
as Suzanne's going to explain, it's an amazing product.
Ageless serum is kind of what this and the tanning serum created the business. I used to use, you know this story, this expensive cream when I was doing Three's Company, and I thought, I'm making some money for the first time in my life. I can afford this. And it was $150 a jar. And it had, what was the special thing in it?
Sea algae.
What?
Sea algae.
Yeah,
Sea algae, right. And so I said to my formulator, can you get close to this? She said, I can get so much better than that. She said, cream is made from oil and water, but that doesn't mix, right? She said, in order to make this expensive $150 cream that you use, we denature the water, which is a chemical process. So right now you're in trouble, aren't you? You're using sea algae and denatured water. And so this, she said, I can get you so much better than that one. And this is mainly sea algae and
Is that Ageless
African
serum?
birch.
African birch, right?
I think this
Which is used in medicine, in some, I can't talk today.
some third world country.
In Africa.
In
Is this
Africa.
Ageless
It's
serum?
used in Africa as a medicine.
Ageless serum is one of our first products, right? Wasn't Ageless serum one of the first products?
Yes, and what I also love about this, for those of you who have face masters, I use this as my conductive fluid.
I use it twice a day.
No,
Okay?
you don't.
Pardon?
You do?
Well, I put on the liquid oxygen,
Uh-huh.
first of all. That's my favorite product, by the way. If you get liquid oxygen, be prepared to buy it on a regular basis because you can't live without it. See,
No.
here's where it works
Here
for
it is,
me.
sea algae. I'm
Here's
so
where
sorry.
it works for me, okay?
How does
I
it
wake
work for
up in
you?
the, just let me finish my story.
Okay, I was actually,
I wake up in the morning, I go in the bathroom, I flip on the light and I go, oh no! Okay.
What do you do?
Who's that person?
kidding? You're
And where did that
beautiful.
line come from overnight?
You're beautiful.
Okay, then I take the liquid. I'm not kidding. This is what I do. I take the liquid oxygen, put it here, rub it on both ends, and I smear it all over my face,
That you
my
do.
nose, and around my neck. And you know what? Huh?
You look better. Look how good he looks.
I had some.
We've been going to the doctors a lot lately.
I go to my plastic surgeon every couple of weeks to
You
get a
do
little.
not. He's never been to a plastic surgeon. But we've been going to the doctors a
Why
lot.
do they call them plastic? They don't use plastic.
Well, because the effect sometimes is plastic. I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know.
If anybody knows, give us a call.
Because it's fake
Fake.
plastic, right?
Okay. Okay.
Right?
Yeah.
Well,
I
is
don't
plastic
know.
fake?
I'll have to look up the origin of that while you're chatting.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're dealing with plastic, it's not fake.
No.
Do you think the plastic companies think it's fake?
No. No, but I think in the pulling and the tugging and the lifting and stuff. But you know, we've all grown old enough to have the right to do whatever we want to do, whatever we can afford to look better. It's a world that's about beauty, and so if you can find a way to look more beautiful and not odd, sometimes doctors go too far, but if you can find that right doctor, it's a real advantage. So, do you get those horrid age spots on your hands?
Well, I can't talk about horrid age spots.
You're so funny. Well, what if we had an answer? Brightening serum, you know what that does? That diminishes horrid age spots and helps keep them at bay.
So I have to tell you, and I'm also violating this person's suggestion as I'm saying it. But Kathleen Blake said, "Please let Suzanne finish what she was saying."
Thanks,
Okay,
Kathleen.
okay, Kathleen. I'll just stand here.
No,
okay?
and I couldn't think of the words. What's that about? Okay, the brightening serum has daisy flower extract. It's a concentrated extract, and it has white tea, protects against aging effects of free radicals, and vitamin C, antioxidant protection. It helps combat aging effects from sun exposure. So I put this on, well, the first thing I put on is the liquid oxygen. What do you call it, Alan? Liquid oxygen?
I call it liquid oxygen.
No, you don't. You call it stuff. Where's that stuff?
Oh, stuff, yeah.
Stuff, yeah.
Yeah.
He loves the
That's when
stuff.
that's when you take it off my counter and put it on your counter and don't return it. Yeah.
I'm sorry.
We can
I
afford to
an
have
answer
two.
for you.
What?
I looked up the etymology of plastic
Yeah.
in terms of plastic surgery, and in Greek, plastique means reshaping or the art of modeling malleable flesh. And that is where the term plastic surgery comes
Okay.
from.
Okay. Happy, Alan?
Yeah,
Got that answer?
I'm glad to know that.
Okay.
So, Caroline, look up, why did the medical community name this practice plastic surgery? Because it sounds like,
I just gave you the answer.
She just read it.
I know, but it sounds like bad advertising.
Oh.
No, because in Greek it means to
That's
reshape
teeth.
something, the art of reshaping or modeling flesh. That's
And the
where-
Greeks were around longer than anybody.
No, they haven't. No,
No?
no.
Who's been around the longest?
The Albanian, no, I'm just kidding. I think Asians, Chinese.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
I walked on a street in Kyoto that was 5,000 years old.
How exciting.
Yeah,
That was like
and the
walking-
people who lived in houses there were still there after 5,000 years.
And how old were the streets we walked on in Jerusalem?
In Jerusalem,
Yeah.
whew,
That was
it's hard to know.
That was
Well,
the most
thousands of years.
moving experience of my life, to
Yeah.
walk up the same steps that Jesus walked up in the Stations of the Cross. And at the top is what we know as Calvary, but now it's where there are 5 different denominations of church, synagogue, etc. But yeah, go on.
The first humans came from Africa.
There you go. So we're both wrong.
About what?
The first humans.
Who are the first?
First humans came from Africa. And I said Greece, and you said no, it's not. But the Greeks came up with a lot of interesting concepts, you have to admit.
Yeah, well, they certainly have.
Yeah.
Do you know the original Olympics were played by probably all men who were naked?
Oh,
The original Olympics.
huh.
Actually, if you look up Olympics, it'll say men naked in Greece.
Are you lying? I think
Yeah.
you're lying.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's got to.
Do you know that Alan lies?
Well, I don't lie.
No, he doesn't ever lie, but
No.
he lies about bullshit.
Yeah.
Yeah. He
And
lies
actually-
when he thinks it's going to be funny.
Actually, you know, I was kidding our granddaughter, our beautiful granddaughter Violet, yesterday.
Yeah.
Because she said she saw us driving into a building that she was leaving, the
Yeah.
dentist.
Yeah.
Was it yesterday? When it was, 2 days ago?
Uh-huh.
And she saw this beautiful blonde woman sitting in the front seat, and it turned out to be you. And I was waiting for her to say something about me, and she didn't. And I said, how about me? And then she said something, blah, blah, handsome. And I said to her, jokingly, you can't bullshit the bullshitter. And she wrote back and said, I never bullshit. I never.
She doesn't.
She's great.
Yeah.
She's great. We've had a connection.
You have.
Yeah.
But you've had a connection with a special communication with each grandchild.
That's
so
right.
Nice.
Yeah, that's true.
We have great grandchildren.
It's great. Well, I never
And
knew.
our oldest grandson got himself a job as a busboy. You know why? Because he wants to be a chef. And he wants to be around a fine kitchen to kind of poke over the chef's fry pan and shoulder. And I bet he's made some things that are amazing.
He
But
actually-
I love his gumption that he's out there bussing tables so that he can be in this environment.
I remember one night we had dinner in a fancy French restaurant, and the service was unbelievably bad by the waiter. Unbelievably bad. He came to our table once to take the order, and then a long time passed and he came again and put the food down, and then we wanted things afterwards. He never came back.
That's right.
Never came back. Never poured the wine. Never asked us if we want dessert or coffee. Didn't do that.
That's surprising because that's how they get their tips.
But then the busboy took. I left him a 10-cent tip, and I really gave a great tip to the busboy.
Huh.
Because the busboy was great. He saw what was happening and he took over.
What do you think he learned?
Who, the waiter?
Yeah.
That he doesn't want to be a waiter. Oh, I'm sorry. Server. I'm sorry. I'm
I
sorry
think
to
our
offend
grandson, 'cause
all
he was
those people
working-
out there who don't like to hear the word waiter, okay? Let me give you another one. Stewardess.
Here
I'm
he
sorry, I
goes.
didn't mean to say that. It's flight attendant.
Here he goes, girls. Anyway, this grandson I'm talking about, he was going to school in Montreal until he decided this is not what I want to do. But he was working as a busboy at a high-end Japanese restaurant. But you know what it did for him? When you have to say, good evening, how are you, what would you like, and here are our specials, and I'll be right with you, and all that stuff. This kid who was so shy came out of his shell working in that restaurant, and now I know that, I can't wait to see him because I know that that's what he's going to be doing.
So keep Cutie Pie 45 said, why don't you have him on your cooking shows?
You know what, that's a good idea, although I live in Palm Desert and he's in LA, so if that works out, I will, because he'd be so good.
We can do it digitally.
You know what he understands? He understands what I understand about cooking. He understands the balls on the bottom of the pan. I would say I'm a great cook, but it's because I never throw out what I accumulated while cooking the fillets or whatever brown juices you get on the bottom of the pan. That's what you have to work with. I used to have a friend, Susie, who was a great cook, but she would throw out everything on the pan after the dinner. I'd go, Susie, come on. I said, oh, I can't stand that. And
Oh, she never used leftovers.
No, she threw out all leftovers. But her first shot at every meal was great. She just could have made 3 or 4 more great dinners or meals out of her first shot, but she never did.
So I'd like to mention, you know how much I like people's names and wonder where they came from. Here's a great name, Heidi Cumberledge.
Is she one of our ladies?
Heidi Cumberledge.
Cute name, Heidi.
What a great name. And I've only got a little picture of her here, but I think she's a babe. I'm sorry, I didn't mean babe.
I don't care.
Yeah.
I'm glad.
Yeah. What's the word for
I think
babe
we
now?
women owe it to ourselves
What's her
to make
pronoun?
ourselves look as great as possible. What's her phone number?
And you accuse me of not hearing? No, Heidi Cumberledge is watching, and her little picture here, the little circle, she looks like she could be quite attractive. Okay. I don't know that for sure, okay? If she sent us a head-to-toe picture, we could then, if she's interested in knowing our
Heidi
opinion.
wants to see more.
Pardon me?
I told Heidi, it sounds like he wants to see more.
Who he?
You.
You're using my pronoun now. You know, I don't like using my pronouns.
Okay, let me tell you what else we've gone through. The free gift, which is the Ageless serum. You're gonna love this. It's like magic. It should be called just magic. Then we've got the brightening serum, okay, for this horrid age spots and for sunspots. Then lip wrinkles. You have lip wrinkles? I've never smoked and I've got some lip wrinkles. I don't like them at all. So at night, after you do your whole thing, you put the lip wrinkle cream on and it's kind of magical. Then our necks. I saw a guy on TV last night and made a joke about Joy Behar's neck. Now, I find Joy Behar difficult to handle. I've known her for many, many years and the way she is on this show, The View. But I thought that, you know who I'm talking about, when he made a joke and a close-up of her neck, I thought, that's off limits. So let's not let anybody do that to us. So we've got the neck firming serum, okay? Problems solving. And you put that on every night. Don't forget, every night. And then this is the, for your eyes. You get those, if you're a happy person, you get smiley eyes. This is the eye firming serum. Remember? Problem solving. All right, and then that's not all for the neck. We've got a rich neck cream that you put on your neck every night, and I always bring it down on my chest, and it makes a remarkable difference. And then we've got Ageless Mist, which is body serum. This is the last thing you put on, just spray it all over, and pat it in, just pat, 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 and then go to bed. And you're gonna see some remarkable transformation.
So then you wake up in the morning, beautiful.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, like you,
Yeah.
with all your stuff you put on. Alan uses all of our stuff. He
Well,
loves
not
it.
all, but I use probably most of it.
What don't you use?
Well, if I don't use it, I don't know what it is.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's true.
I only use the stuff that you either hand me or I see sitting on your counter and I use it.
You know, we were at the doctor last week, like I told you, and I give him all his supplements in the morning, and I have to he takes some of it willingly, but the rest of it is, just sits around for a while.
She also gives me my testosterone shot once a week.
I do.
On
But
Tuesdays.
what I'm not taking credit, but what I was really pleased with is you got A+ on every blood test, every test they gave you, every checking of your heart and everything. Dr. Gallitzer, my go-to anti-aging doctor, and if you're looking for a good anti-aging doctor in LA, Dr. Michael Gallitzer. I've put him in at least 3 of my books, probably more. I think he's even written a couple of forewords. And I always learn so much from him. And he said to me about Alan, he said, I don't know what he's doing, but keep doing it. He's in great health, perfect health. And you know, remember your grandparents used to say that thing, as a kid you'd roll your eyeballs, as long as you've got your health.
That's my father.
Yeah, and with my grandfather I go, yeah, I know. He was so right, as long as you have your health. That's
If you
what
don't
it's
have
all
your
about.
health,
You don't have anything.
you got nothing.
Right. I remember when we used to be invited to those, we'd still be invited, but they're both dead, to the house next to us.
Right.
And, oh, they would give these lavish dinner parties, and you never know who you're going to sit next to. I sat next to sheikhs and princes and heads of countries and things. It was that kind of evening.
Yeah, and then I sit at the end of the table in West Covina.
It was so fun, and why'd you break my chain of thought? I had a point to make.
Well, you're talking about all the wonderful people you sat next
Yeah.
to. You sat next
You're
to.
talking about the fact that they're old and they didn't have their health. It's
Oh,
amazing
thank you
how
for
much
putting
they
me
were-
on track.
Right.
So the man of the house, who is I'm sure a billionaire, wouldn't you say he's a billionaire?
Yes, he was an industrialist.
Yeah. And he sat at the head of the table, and they always had me seated next to him. And I looked down at his lavish table.
No, but you forgot some very important thing.
What?
You sat next to him, and he would say something to you that you couldn't hear.
Oh, I was
and you'd
getting to
lean in
that.
a little forward, and then he'd say something else, and you still couldn't hear, so you leaned in a little more forward, and then you realized he was looking down your dress.
I was on my way to telling that story.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's all right.
Yeah,
You told it cuter.
Thank you very much.
And but I would look down at his long, lavish, luscious table, and the first thing they do is, for the first course was a baked potato, and they'd walk around from person to person and offer caviar to put in it and sour cream. I don't mean just a little caviar, I mean like a big, not a ladle, but a big spoonful. And so that's how it started. But I looked at him. He couldn't hear. He had to be brought to the table in his wheelchair, and nothing was working right on his body. And I thought, it's not about money. It's not about money. It's about health. Anything you can do for your health, anything you can do for your health is to your advantage. So I'm going to bring you back to our products. What do you think happens to all of us when we put chemical creams on our body, right? Skin is the largest organ in the body, so you put chemical creams on your skin. But those holes in your skin, which are pores, are like, that's where the chemicals go. And then they drip through into your bloodstream, and now you've started the chemicalization of you. For those of you who read my book, Toxic, that's what it's about, of the chemicalization of us and what has happened to all of us from the chemicals that we never thought about. We didn't think about the fact that there were chemicals in our food when we were young, because we ate organic food. We ate organic food because that's all there was, if you recall. There was food. Well, now the food is genetically modified. I read a great book by Michael Pollan, and he calls genetically modified food in your gut a health degrader, and it is.
What is it?
Health degrader.
Yeah, I think he didn't. Wasn't he the one who called it a
Insecticide factory.
insectified factory?
Yeah, he said when you eat food that is not real food and that's been manufactured um, like this, you create an insecticide factory in your GI tract. And that's why we're having such success with Gut Renew, because who doesn't have gut problems and bloating problems and all the other problems that go on in your gut? Have any of you tried Gut Renew? I can't keep it in stock. It's so valuable, a health benefit. We have a Gut Renew smoothie every morning. That's how I get my supplements down, because they get gaggy, don't they? And but I think when Dr. Gallagher said the other day, whatever you're doing with them, keep doing, because I give you at least 40 supplements in the morning. I hate doing it, but it's so good for you. We start with our thyroid replacement, and then we take our hydrocortisone as per lab work and our doctors. That's our cortisol. Cortisol is our fight or flight. Cortisol is what we excrete when we're being chased by a saber-toothed tiger. And you have to, like I said in the last book, A New Way to Age. Aging is about worn out parts. And so the way you fight aging is replace the parts that are worn out, just like if you had a Maserati. If you had a Maserati, you'd hear the clinks and the dunks and the things, and you'd take it right to a mechanic, wouldn't you? And if you would never put inferior fuel into a Maserati, that'd be like putting sugar in the gas tank, which ruins cars. So all of these things build up, and pretty soon you're a toxic mess. And it doesn't have to be. You can detox your body. If you read, I've written so many books, I can't remember who's in what book, Nicholas Gonzalez. The way that he clears cancer, was that Knockout that he was in? I know he was in Knockout.
Knockout.
Doctors who cured cancer without drugs. He worked with he was the head of oncology at Sloan Kettering. And then he heard of the work of this dentist who was detoxing bodies through coffee enemas. And he said, I have my patients, and he had an amazing success rate, do coffee enemas every day to detox.
But they have to be organic and
Yeah.
something else.
And then he has
Fair
pancreatic enzymes. Enzymes eat debris. Cancer is debris and toxins are debris. So you take the coffee enema, and then you take the enzymes, and you do that for a long enough period of time. I believe he was murdered because he was just about to turn in to the board 126 cases of cancer that was cured, including pancreatic.
Minimum of 10 years.
For a
Including
minimum of 10 years.
pancreatic.
Yeah, and so when he was about to publish those studies, I talked to him 3 hours before he died, and he wanted to know something about something in me, and then the next call I got was from his wife that he was dead. He had a heart attack, and this guy was not heart attack material. He was, God, did he take good care of himself? And I realized it's about clearing out our body of negative things like chemicals and toxins.
But also, he also prepared a diet for us based upon our ancestral foundation.
Yeah. Anyway, if you get a chance, read my book, Knockout, because if you have cancer, and I know there are many of you who do, because it's an epidemic right now, you might learn something that makes you go, aha, aha. So, I love what I do. I love that I can use my fame to get to the best and brightest doctors and professionals and pick their brain, and they're willing to let me pick their brain. And then I put these interviews in these books, and it's kind of become my style. And I love putting out information that is helpful for people.
So,
That's how I found out so much about hormones.
yeah, you know how you make a hormone, right? You don't pay her. Anyway, here's what we're doing today. We have a free gift for you called Ageless Serum.
Free.
It's retail $44.99, but with any purchase of $44.99 or more, you get it free at SuzanneSummers.com.
And then if you have horrid age spots, right, you get the brightening serum.
Well,
You
is
don't
that
want
what it's for?
horrid
I didn't
age
realize that what it was for.
What?
I didn't realize that the brightening serum was
Yeah,
for...
and for sunspots and things like that.
Oh, I've got a few of those.
Yeah, you do.
How do you know?
I live with you. I look at you nonstop. And then this is the lip wrinkle cream. And I don't know about you, but I hate the lip wrinkles. And I didn't do anything to deserve them. I never smoked a cigarette in my whole life.
Maybe you should have.
And then, now we're gonna go to the neck, all right? The neck firming serum. And just lavishly put this on your neck and on your chest, okay? Do that for me. Then after that, we've got
Sorry, what did you put on your chest?
the neck firming cream from the neck and on the chest.
So it firms your breasts?
No, my chest.
No, but you
My
said you
breasts
put it
are
on...
here.
Oh, you don't put it on your breast then?
You can if you want, but you don't need to. Your breasts are usually soft,
Oh,
aren't they?
okay. Well, it could make them firm.
Well,
You know, if you're
here,
114
this is eye firming serum.
and you put these on,
You want to stop?
now you're talking breasts.
This is the eye firming serum. Remember? Problems, solution. Okay? And then this is again for your neck. This is the, sorry, I keep knocking things over. This is the neck firming cream, which is beautiful. Look at that. Look at that.
What is it called? Neck firming cream?
Yeah.
So that's like Viagra for the neck.
Okay.
Let's put it on your neck and let's see what happens.
Okay, Viagra for your neck. Only Al could think of that. Right. Okay, and then there's the Ageless Mist Body Serum. You take this and you spray it all over your body.
Wow.
Nothing's coming out.
You know, you have to prime the pumps on these things.
Okay, you get it primed.
Okay.
Anyway, these are all intriguing products, aren't they? And there's not a chemical in it. Oh, see?
This
That's
is our demo.
beautiful. Beautiful. How'd you get it primed?
You have to just prime the pump,
Okay,
okay?
okay.
Our demo.
I'm
Look at that.
singing in the rain.
We didn't need a stylist or
Okay,
anything.
enough already.
Okay, enough.
Now I'm
already.
getting wet.
Okay. You're getting wet, you say. Well, that's good news.
Is he just the baddest of the bad boys? He's so bad.
No, I'm not bad.
I love you.
I'm harmless. I love you too.
It's paining me to see him spray that all over your beautiful silk blouse.
Yeah, my silk blouse and my beautiful leggings.
It's
Yeah,
gonna have to go to the cleaners now.
yeah. Thanks, Al.
We don't send stuff to the cleaners.
Where do we send it?
No, you put it out in the sunshine. That's true.
Some of
Don't-
them, but it's
Don't
like,
send anything to the cleaners because even though they say it's green, that doesn't mean that it's absent of chemicals. It just means that the stuff they're using is colored green, okay? Just hang it outside on your clothesline. Yeah, right, you got a clothesline, right? Have you seen a clothesline for the past 40 years? No. Anyway, put it outside in the sun, bless you, put it outside in the sun, and it does the same thing that will happen at a dry cleaner, unless you've got a serious stain, okay? And if you do, You use Suzanne Summers stain. What is it called?
I don't know. Oh, spot remover.
Spot remover. It's great.
What would I do without spot remover?
Yeah, it's great.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I have a cat.
I was
as
going to
you know.
say, yeah.
Our cat, oh, she's so cute. And she's an old lady now, so she's so loving. You know, because cats usually are like, don't touch me. She now likes to be touched. But she barfs. That's what we wake up to. It's about 3 in the morning.
I was going to say, it's always in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
It's always like he says, okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to wake him up.
Hi, Caroline. You missed Alan's barfing imitation of Gloria. Yeah. It actually wasn't as bad as Gloria.
Yeah, she's the specialist.
Do any of you have cats out there? You know, there's either dog people or cat people. There are very
More
few.
people have cats. You don't see them
Do you
because they
think
don't
so?
leave the house. Yeah, it's true. I
When
remember
you
a
talk
publisher.
to people about their dogs, they say,
No,
I'm
I
not
remember
into
a
cats.
publisher we had told me, if you put a picture of a cat on the cover
Yeah,
of
that's
a book,
true.
you'll sell at least 50,000
I know.
copies. You know how
Let's
many
put-
people
let's put Gloria
are
on the
writing
cover.
books right now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
Cats, I mean, when we first got a cat many years ago, the first thing I did, I brought a subscription to Cat Magazine. And Cat Magazine...
And you'd never had a cat.
No, I never had a
Like
cat.
I've had cats all my
Yeah,
life.
I had a dog, I never had a cat.
Yeah.
So in there was an ad for this thing that, you know, the only thing about cats that are a negative, and it's amazing that even this is a negative because dogs don't do this, cats know how to do their thing in their little,
great.
their little poopy boxes, okay?
Yeah.
And they even cover it up. I don't know how they know that, okay?
I know.
Now
And
this
you bring
ad
them
was,
home, and the first thing you do is give them their box, and they go to the bathroom.
that's right.
And then they cover it up.
And this thing was to eliminate even the poopy box, okay? And it was this plastic thing that fits over your toilet seat, or hopefully
That
your
didn't work.
guest toilet seat.
Yeah.
And instead of there being a hole in the middle of the plastic, like there is on a toilet seat, it's solid plastic, right? So what you do is you put cat stuff. What is that? That cat litter. You put cat litter up there on the middle of
finding
the
this
toilet seat,
interesting?
okay? And you keep putting your cat up there until you train her. That's what she does her poopy,
And how does it work out?
right? Okay.
How'd that
So
work
we
out?
trained her. It wasn't this cat. It was Chrissy.
Yeah.
We trained Chrissy to do that. And we took away the poopy box. She was doing it up there. It was incredible. And after about 4 or 5 months, I thought, okay, she now knows how to do this. So I'm taking away the center panel of this plastic thing on the toilet seat. And she jumped in and took a header right into the toilet.
This is what he finds so funny.
Well,
Guess who had to dry her off?
nobody got hurt, okay?
No one ever gets hurt with
Yeah.
what you find is funny.
I wonder how many other people went for that ad, because it was like, wow, if we can do this, maybe I can even teach her how to flush the toilet. So
Would
you
like to
know,
how many dog and cat owners there are?
I would.
There are, in the United States, 48 million dog owners and 31 million cat owners.
see, I told you there were more dogs than cats.
Yeah. Huh.
Yeah.
I'm surprised there are that many cat owners, frankly. But God bless all of you.
Okay, before we say Auf Wiedersehen, we're going to tell you about the free gift. The free gift is the Ageless Serum. It's one of our first products. It's still one of our most popular products.
And if you have a face mask, it's great conductive
Oh
fluid.
yeah, and it only sells for $955. Okay, it's the retail value of $44.99. If you buy anything for $44.99 or more, SuzanneSummers.com, will give you free gifts
Why is that
of
funny?
the Ageless serum.
Why is that funny, Alan?
Okay, it's not funny. It's not funny. You look particularly beautiful. If I'd known you were going to look this beautiful, I would have made dinner arrangements.
Oh,
Yeah. But that's okay.
It's
I
never
like
too
eating at
late.
home. I like eating at home.
We're actually having a dinner tonight created by Caroline Summers.
Oh.
It's baked chicken legs with Roquefort dressing and Cholula sauce. I love that dinner, Caroline. Thank you for creating that.
But I can't eat veal anymore.
No, I made a great veal scallopini last week, and it was delicious. And the sauce
can't
was
do it.
delicious. And then he said after, I can never eat veal again.
Yeah, I don't know how they use.
But they don't. By the way,
Yeah.
they don't raise veal that same way anymore.
Well, I'd like to know how they do.
Well, they don't. It used to be awful what they did.
They
But
put
now
them in a
don't do that.
box.
I'll find out, and then if I find out that it's humane.
No, well, Caroline knows.
Do you know?
There are more humane practices, but like really, I'm just gonna say veal kind of goes in the politics category. We just shouldn't discuss it on the show.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Okay.
it's a buzzkill.
Okay.
Anyway, you think about it, because at best case, it's a young animal, which
Okay.
for some people is just a trigger.
Well, we are not eating veal here in this house. Sorry, everybody.
Oh, so Marla Noble said there are 7.9 million dogs and 7.9 million cats here in Canada, okay? Because they believe in equity, okay, and equality. So that's why there are an exactly the same
Is he
number
getting
of
too
cats
close, Carolina?
and dogs in Canada,
No, he's good.
okay?
Okay.
Yeah, Canada,
Okay.
okay, my people,
Okay. All right.
yeah.
All right. Well,
You know, the first two words you learn after you're born in Canada?
what?
Oot and a boot.
And you don't talk like that anymore. When I first met
Well,
you, you
because
say
I've lived in
boots
this
and a
country
boot.
since 1967.
Yeah, you're an American.
Yeah.
You are American.
Well, I'm both. I'm actually a Polish, Canadian, American, straight, white male. And I have pronouns, but I keep them to myself.
Okay.
Yeah,
I love you, Alan.
I know. I love you too.
Well, we're going to go now. It's quarter to the hour.
And I'm gonna do an after show.
And I want to save your energy to watch Caroline, who's wonderful, who supports me so much, and I so appreciate it. And it's amazing to have a daughter-in-law like her. And she's also the president of our company.
Well, thank you.
You are more than welcome. And I want to say to you what that voice said to me that I'll never get over as long as I live. Out of the blue, I hear in the middle of the night, it's not who you are, it's not what you do, it's not what you have. It's only about who you love and who loves you. And I love you. Good night, everybody.